Hello everybody, it's Selene. Oh, I hope you're doing well on this happy Tuesday afternoon. Ta-da! I'm gonna go look and see if I can find us so that we can share this over to the creative group. Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. Whenever I share from one browser, it doesn't work, so I have to, hang on, having technical issues here. Boy, that's funny. All right, I'm leaving it. Here we go. Hey, Colleen, good to see you. All right, that's better. Somebody turn on the lights. Oh, and turn off the heat. It is beautiful outside here. Massachusetts in the 70s. I'm so happy to finally see the warmer weather arriving. Hey, Vicki. This week is a retreat weekend. And let's see if I can find us. This is crazy. Usually it shows me, but it's not doing it today. That's okay. Today this week it's supposed to be absolutely amazing weather-wise. There we go. Absolutely I found it. Amazing. And then I just need to share this over to the creative group and we're good to go. So 1 second. It's been funny about sharing lately. I actually have to go to the group and share the link manually. I don't understand it, but I'll never understand computers completely. I think it's just a thing, right? Okay, 1 more second. Here we go. Ta-da. So now anybody that's in the creative group will hopefully be able to find us. I hope that you're having an amazing week so far. It is tax week here, so I am absolutely insane. I usually have my camera on the other side, so if I look like I got crazy eyes, it's because I'm looking to figure out where to find you. Today's coffee mug is brought to you by the Cayman Islands. My friend Deb bought me that when she was on vacation down there. I love it. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. All right, so I know a lot of people on their Facebook Lives this week are showing some of the new products, and I could show you something new if you'd like, but I'm not going to show you a whole lot because I don't want you to get frustrated. I know that many of you who are not demonstrators can't buy things yet, and even some of you who are waiting on those crazy pick times. Right now, it's taking Stampin' up to 12 business days to put stuff in a box. And that is because of the overwhelming pre-order from demonstrators. Yeah, there's so many of us that there's a big line just for pre-order, not even customers yet. So it'll be interesting to see when the catalog goes live. One of the first things that I purchased were these markers, and I'm going to hold them up against the backing of this designer paper so you can see the difference. So the bottom one is the old classic marker, and the top one is the new one. And I'll show you again, hang on. So there's a bit of a difference in the barrel. If you notice, the barrel is longer and the caps are shorter. So they're just about the same size as the old markers. But oh my God, it is my #1 thing that I have to get all of them for the new catalog, and I'll tell you why. So again, this is the old tip. I'll show it with the white background to make it easier. This is the new tip. So if you've ever purchased Stampin' Up! Markers that after a while have trouble writing on the small side, can I just tell you, these new felt tips are money. I am so happy with them. I can't even, oh my gosh. So we'll write with them in a minute just so you can see what's going on here. And then again, on this side, again, a shorter cap, a longer barrel, right? So that's the current marker. And the new ones, the new tips, they kind of look like blends. And can I just tell you, they come out like Flow Rider. They are money. So for now, I'm only showing you one marker, the black one, and it is available for purchase for demonstrators as a one-off. But it's the first thing I'm going to put on my list for new catalog. I want 3 or 4 of them, and I definitely want one in my purse. So, hey, Cheryl, good to see you. I can't wait to see all of those coming up to Maine on Oh my God, you've got to see it. Susie, I'm telling you, it is the coolest thing ever. I'll flip it over and I'll show you guys. So I am going to sneak peek a little bit of the goodie bag that I have going out. 37 of my club members have been in club for 6 months, and it is time for them to get a goodie bag. So they're going to get about $25 in product, but I got them all things that they could only get if they were a host. And then, of course, I added on some bling bling, and I chose butterflies because I thought that they went really well with this globe. And I haven't played with this set in a while. So I'm excited to maybe just play on the fly with you guys, and you guys can give me some tips and tricks as we go as to what we should do. But let me flip the camera and we'll get moving here. Enough about that. Oh, no, I don't want to feature links. Done. I want to flip the camera. Haha. Ta-da. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, and I'm used to having my camera on the other side. So therefore, I usually put my hand over. Sorry about that if I made you dizzy. I'm going to put my hand over actually anyway. I just want to adjust the camera a bit. Oh, it doesn't like this going this way. I have my camera on the other side today, like sort of backwards. But what would you expect for tax preparation week? But a little bit backwards, right? Okay. I'm going to grab my monitor back here so that I can see you guys and follow your comments, hopefully. Okay, so of course they got a little goodie bag, and they got this Begin with a Daydream stamp set. I haven't even put ink on this one yet, but I collected enough so that all of my club members could have one. Oh gosh, I'm not seeing your comments. Hopefully I'm coming through okay for you, because I'm not coming through okay for me. Just give me a holler if you're okay. And I will keep adjusting until I get it right. Okay. Looks like we have a decent amount of light here, so that's good. Sometimes it gets dark in here, but it's a beautiful sunny day, and I am getting a little bit of sun from the outside. I love these images. They're so pretty. I did trim this one. I used this one before. So there's that. Oh, and I'm coming off the top of the block there. Maybe I'll go, Bonnie Blanchard would say cattywampus. Maybe I'll go cattywampus on the side. It's 60 degrees in Maine, way up north. She's in prerequisite. I'm not just going to say that right, so I'll just let you type it in, Brenda, and everybody can read it. Prerequisite, yeah. Press file? I don't know. It's all good. We'll add it to the list of words you need to teach me how to say. What do you think about that? I forget what word it was last week that Brenda was like, nope, you're saying it wrong. But it's all good. So I'm just throwing these on blocks so that we have some place to start here. And getting rid of any of the backings. I love a good hostess set because you get more bang for your buck when you're taking advantage of a host set, in that Stampin' Up! Discounts it greatly, and then you use your host rewards to get it. So this set would normally be, $27 or more, but it's $13 for hosts with a party of 150 or more. You take $13 off your freebies, and you can get this set. Adorable. So it was something I wanted to get for my club. Oh, the marker. I know you wanted to see that. So let's just show you that first, because it's crazy. So I guess I only need one piece of paper. So here's the skinny side, and this is the espresso marker. And here's the side you ink the stamps with, right? Here's the black one. Ready for this? It is such a nice marker. Here, I'll put my hand to the side. Like, honest to God, I am so happy. It flies out of the tip. Now the same thing with this side, it is just money. In fact, let's try it inking up a stamp. Oh my goodness, right? So this is classic ink, which means if I took this and put it on a plastic bag, I could use it with a blender pen or with Wink-A-Stella to color. It also means that if I try and color with a water-based medium on top of it, it could move the ink. So I'll have to be careful when I'm coloring this in, but I just had to show you this marker. It's so cool. And look, I have a die cut right here. So let's just go for it and we'll start with that, right? Money. Oh, okay. I think we should grab some blends. What do you think? So when you're coloring with blends, let's see, what do I want? What do I want? Just for giggles, I grabbed some blues, some purples, and some greens. What do you think? Okay. So how about if we start with the blues? And this is dark and light Tahitian Tide. I've been using that a lot this week. And rather than color the inside of those leaves, I think I'm gonna color the background and leave the leaves alone for a minute. So the difference between this marker and this marker, okay? This one is alcohol based. I should have grabbed a color lifter so that I can do this properly. This is intended to blend your inks together. Right now I'm doing one solid light color in Tahitian Tide. Isn't it pretty? But here we go. Just filling this in. And you do have to be careful when you're coloring with these because they tend to spread. They're alcohol based and they flow real easy. So here, let me see. So they are meant to blend together. So for example, here, I've got light and here I've got dark. And then you can go back into the dark while it's wet and pull it into the light for a gradation, like gradient. So now you've got dark to light naturally when you're coloring, okay? Then you have this thing, and I think I saw it in the new catalog that these are going up in price, but the whole reason, if you're gonna buy blends, you should definitely have one of these. This is a color lifter, and what it does is it lifts the color out of a subject. So let's say that the light is going to hit your subject so that you're coloring some, we'll say that they have blue hair, and the light is going to hit the subject here. You'd be able to lift the color right out the middle like that. Now, it's not a corrector, so if you mess up, you could try and correct your image with it. Oh, look, it's funny. I've almost got the same nail color. But the intention of it is just as a highlighter. So here, since we said it's hair, let's make hair. Here you are. That's funny. And I'll fix that and go back in and blend again. But here's the thing. That was dark, remember? So I actually have to go back to the dark to get it to blend out again and get rid of those lines. But you can go back over it and pull and pull and pull. And then this is going to be a horrible rendition, but we'll say that this is a silhouette of someone, right? There's the face, neck, right? And there was some light hitting them here. You could have your highlight right there and blend, blend, blend until it's right. So I'm going to blend out even the light a little bit so that I don't have a line there. But the idea is blend, blend, blend with these. With this, it's more of your old-fashioned straight marker color, but these are water-based. So you can put this on a plastic bag. use Wink of Stella or your blender pens to pick up and color, and you can watercolor with this. So someone was asking me the other day, what's the difference between this and this? This is watercolor based, and this is alcohol based. So, let's take it one step further. And of course, I'm gonna need more scrap paper, and we have an awesome new pen, so let's use our new pen. So with classic markers, as a base, it would be better to use StazOn. Memento will work, but it could like bleed a little bit. But Memento is probably my favorite all around ink pad to use all the way around between all of the markers. So if you're stamping in black Memento, Tuxedo Black Memento, you can use classic or blends. If you're using blends markers, your stamped image should be Memento only, because StazOn and blends are both alcohol based, and as you know, you're not supposed to mix your alcohols. Enough said about that. All right, so let's take it back and we'll color our image, but that's just a kind of a general overview knowledge. You know, people were asking me what the difference is, and I'm like, well, the right tool for the right job, because you can use a classic ink pad and use it like the classic marker. That's all water based, so you can stick that on a plastic bag and use Wink of Stella or use a blender pen to pick up and make any color you want. But when you're stamping with when you're coloring with blends, you definitely don't want to use a StazOn. You want to use a Memento or even a classic pad as your base color, because it's less likely to move, because they're made out of different things. So don't mix your alcohols is the moral of that story. And I am still coloring this background. It's going to take me a minute. It's so pretty though. Oh, I went inside the lines. Now, remember I said you can't use it to lift the color when you make an oopsie when you're coloring? Well, you can try. So I'll let that sit for a minute. Now here's the thing, it gets wet. So I need to go color a different part of my image and come back to it and see if it lifted it out enough. It's kind of like, I don't know if any of you have ever stamped with bleach, but when you stamp with bleach, you have to stamp and then you have to kind of let it sit there for a few minutes and completely dry so that you can see where you're at, or paint with bleach before you go in for a second round, because you could be painting and painting and painting and bringing it up lighter and lighter and lighter and not even know it because it's not dry yet. So we'll let it dry before we decide if it needs more lifting. Not too bad though. It did lift it a little bit, so let's see if I can hit it again. There's just 3 little leaves, so I went into the leaves. So do we want to leave those plain white or do we want to color them in? You guys tell me, because this is Facebook Live on the fly and I still don't know what we're making. So you tell me and we will go from there. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see what colors are in our designer paper. We have fresh freesia shaded spruce, and just so happens that's the blend marker I picked up. Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis. I got all of those colors when I went over to my blends shelf. Hey Colleen, good to see you. Yeah, I was live last week, but I did a color, I did a walkthrough, a catalog walkthrough to help you mark up your catalogs. If you missed it, it's here on my page, and I YouTubed it to help anybody, because I'll tell you what, it was a little confusing this year as to what was retiring and what was staying, and I actually went to the new catalog and checked. I had to really do my homework. So we have to decide which designer paper we want to go with this. Oh, that's pretty. But maybe something that has the Tahitian tide in it. This is the Hostess Only Flowers and More. This is from the mini catalog, January through April. Yeah, they changed it. That's kind of pretty. Okay, so we'll call that option 1. That's pretty, but it doesn't have our colors, right? This has the color in it, but it doesn't kind of jive because there's flowers and that's, I don't know. Let's see, we'll keep looking. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, there's this one, and that's a leaf. Wow, that's kind of cool. We could mimic this a little bit and make the inside of our leaves shaded spruce. All right, so we'll say A or B. So the A is the blue and the B is the green. And you guys let me know. And while you guys are deciding blue or green, I'm gonna grab a neutral blend. Because we started with blends, that's the only reason. I don't have a preference of one or the other. I grabbed light smoky slate and dark smoky slate. So we got smoky slate blends here. Oh, by the way, when you are coloring with blends, it bleeds through. So you might want to have something under your paper that you're coloring with. I can use the designer paper backing here. So away we go. And, ooh, you guys are really voting. Thank you, thank you. Maybe Vicky can keep an eye on it for me and tell me who wins. So I got, here's the dark smoky slate, and I'm just going down the edge of where the artist made all the dark marks. And now, while it's wet, I do one little section at a time when it comes to blends because they do dry. And then I'll go into the dark and pull it out into the light. That's where all the dark stuff goes, right out into the light. Always better to address those crazy things that happen. All right, and so I'm gonna go dark again where the artist made the marks, because Stampin' Up! Artists are wicked smart and they know how to make stuff look good. We don't have to be artists. And I'm gonna color and color. So I've got this dark like line where the artist made the line, and just for giggles, maybe we'll put a little highlight on this thing so it's like shiny. So I'll do like a little highlight light. You see that? Isn't that cool? Let me bring it up close so you can see. I went right outside the frame. So here we go. We're like just touching it and it lights that section up like the light in the room is shining on it. Isn't that cool? And then I did go outside the lines because, hello, I'm me, whatever. So I'll let that set up and see if it lifts. Okay, so A. Ellie, you're not that late. Don't worry. You're good. Okay. So something else that's really cool about a Snoky slate marker is that you can make this look like it's sitting on the ground. So it's a very heavy looking globe, right? But let's just put a line of, I don't want that to end up on my shirt. Let's put a line of shadow underneath and to this side, because if you notice, we put the light on that side, so now we'll put the dark over here, like that, okay? And if you want, you can even carry that down a little bit. And if I was gonna do that, I wanna do it with this side because it's a little more flowy. It's a little darker too. Woo, that's dark. All right, so that's very dark. And I like it, but now it's the same color as my item, so I'm just gonna go over it to lift some of that out. Let it dry for a second and see where we're at. But that's how you add shadow under anything. So if this were like a gold statue, that smoky slate would still cast a pretty awesome shadow. Here. I have to put a dot in there just to get the tip. I want it to be that shape. And then I'll lift it out. Isn't that funny? All right, now I'm gonna let it dry because it's wet. So it's gonna stay wet for a second. And I want to see where we end up. And like I said, it goes right through, you see, onto my scrap paper. So you got to be careful when you're working with this stuff. All right. I should have probably gone with a bronze stand. Do you want to make another one? Let's make another one and we'll do it in bronze. So where's my marker? We did that with a classic marker, and it's the new kind. I can't tell you how cool this is. I mean, I'm so happy. I ordered, when I got this one, I ordered a complete set of all the new colors, because honestly, this is my pick for the favorite thing in the new catalog is these classic markers. I'm going to be so happy to work with them. The ink is flowing out so much better. Okay, and I'll give it a huff when I go to stamp. And let's do this so you can see. Okay, so we got one here. And then I think I want like a bronze color blend. So these are the skin tone neutral blends. These are available in the online store. I don't even know if they are, so I chose 500 and 200. They come 1 through 8. And I just want to, they're real juicy. You can tell it's the first like warm day in here because even my markers are happy. So this is the 500, right? Oh no, this is the 200 that I started with. So that's the darker one. So as you go down in number, it gets darker. And I'm gonna blend that 500 into this to make myself like a gold looking color. And maybe this one will do the green leaf. But let's get back and we'll do the dark again, right? So you see the difference between like a gold stand versus a silver stand, right? So I'm gonna take that and you go right into the dark and pull it out with the light marker, and then it blends it all together. While it's wet is best. Hopefully it doesn't have any funky lines like that one does, but I'll go back in with my lifter and see what kind of magic I can do, because I did want to make the point on that shadow and now I'm not loving it, but we'll do that and let it set up again. And since I have my lifter, I can go down this side again and we'll make like the little highlight, the shine on this metal heavy stand, right? And then to shadow the designer paper over on this one, why don't we color the inside of the leaves with the shaded spruce, which is the same color as our designer paper over here. I wonder what color that is. If I have it in my arsenal, I'll have to look. It might be Parakeet Party, and if so, I would have to use a classic marker, but I think it's okay. I don't think that they'll blend together too much. I'll just have to be careful when I'm coloring if I do that. Let's see what we got. Now, if you wanted to make another like blue globe, it doesn't have to be all one color. The idea of blends is a dark color and a light color that you can blend together to make like this two-tone thing, right? Like our stand. So if we wanted to, we could start with a darker blend. Like we could even use that blue again. I can find it on my table. And this time I went with the dark one. So this is the light one, this is the dark one. Let's put them side by side so you can see. And I already started my leaves. So what do you guys have? You have any big plans for the weekend? I hope crafting is a part of it. I will be crafting my heart out. I cannot wait to finish my taxes so that I can put the finishing touches on my retreat for Maine this weekend. On Saturday night, we're doing a card drive for Franciscan Children's Hospital to have Mother's Day cards for kids to give their parents that are in the hospital over the Mother's Day holiday. All weekend long, we will be making cards for the troops, and those will go off in packages to Operation Right Home when we get home. They have 4 packings a year where they thank soldiers with packages. Hoorah for doing such a great job for us. So this is a lighter marker. I'm gonna take this and blend it, blend the blue, the dark blue into the light blue like we did before. So I'm gonna drag it right through and pull in as much of that dark color as I can, and then I'll just keep coloring. So hopefully we'll have a nice dark to light gradient thing going on here. So anyway, Operation Care for Troops. We do 4 shipments a year, and card makers this month, they need thinking of you and thank you cards. We have enough probably Christmas cards to pull us through Christmas, but they are really in desperate need of thank yous. So if you have some, my daughter is doing the collection both this weekend and online, so I can send you our address if you want to get in on that box. The other thing is the cards for the heroes. If you wanted to sign them with a simple thank you, then we won't have to get them signed before they go off in the boxes, and that really helps. We've got former Miss New Hampshire's outstanding teen who gets them all signed. She goes to signings and sits outside farmers markets to get them signed. So if you want to put a note of thanks in them, a simple note, always best to keep it simple with the notes. I remember one Christmas, one of my favorite notes that we read was from a young man who said that he wanted a puppy for Christmas, and instead he got a little sister, and he wasn't impressed. So any kind of silly stories or notes that are lighthearted, those are the types of things that really lift spirits when they get your cards in the mail. So if you're interested in that, let me know. So here's the difference. So let me bring them up closer to the camera so you can see. So we did, oh, Carol's going to a one-day retreat. I love that. So we did, this one's completely light, and this one I used the dark Tahitian tide and blended the light Tahitian tide in it. This one is kind of silver tone, and this one is gold tone. Now the difference here, again, and what did I say? We can use the smoky slate marker to create ground on any image. So let's do that. And there's our shadow with not too much fuss. I'm going to put another shadow here and pray for a better result. Oh yeah, that's much better. So, you know, it's not always a home run here. You just do the best you can and then adjust as you go. But you can come down the side. You see the shadow coming off, and then here's the light, and behind it is the shadow. Let me bring you up close for that so you can see. So the light is here, and the shadow is going down the opposite side of that frame. Isn't that cool? If you wanted to, you could even put a shadow here where it's casting a shadow from this solid figure thing, right? And that actually fills in my stamping a little because it was a little bit light right there. What do you think so far? Pretty cool, huh? Okay. So I'm going to move that out of the way because you know undoubtedly that will end up on a card or on my elbow or something. Okay. So let's flip this and cut. I want a 1.5 inch piece of designer paper off of these strips. And actually I can do them both at the same time. These are cut to 6 by 12. That's how my stamp club is going to receive them. I know I'm going crooked here. I got all my markers up top. So here we go, 1.5. and I'll just give this a trim. I'm gonna have to grab some of these colors too, because I literally didn't even know what we were gonna do today, but having seen the designer paper and we can start to play, I'm just gonna grab some of those colors. So I went 3 3/4 by 1.5, and I have these little strips left over. Who knows, maybe they're a present later on. They look kind of like a birthday present, don't they? Okay. Oh, you know what? And I have a little bit of white paper here, so while we're doing this, we can, how about if we do 3 3/4 by 5? I have to come back to the other measurement because my 5 is down here on my paper trimmer. So forgive me that I'm off the frame on that one, but I'll come back to the top so you can see the 3 3/4. I could have flipped the trimmer over so you could see what I'm seeing, but I'm going for speed here. Retreat, retreat. I'm so excited. Cheryl is coming to retreat. Oh my gosh. Friday night we have a bingo class, and they're usually so fun. I'm able to give away a lot of product. That makes me happy. This time for bingo, I went real light on the project. So as far as like how much I used in their goodie bag, so the prizes are going to be even bigger, which makes me happy. Okay, let's see. We could go. Oh, this was for this one, right? Oh, that's so pretty. I think I want an embossing folder of some sort with that. And this is for this one. Interesting. I want to go low there. I don't know. Low? Maybe we'll go high and we'll pick a different sentiment. So let's see what we got for sentiments. How about every great dream begins with a dreamer? So this is a brand new stamp set, and I haven't conditioned it yet. And you see how fine the font is? I don't want to ruin it either. Like, I don't want to ruin the stamp by sanding it too much. So I'm going to run my finger over it. You can use an eraser, pencil eraser, but that just gets the stuff from the factory off the stamp. It comes off like a shiny new penny. You need to get the shine off of it so that it'll accept your ink. So I'm going to ink up with my brand new fancy dancy marker. I'm serious. These markers make me so happy. I'm going to stamp off for the first time because I want to see how it's going to go before I... Oh yeah, let's go this way. It looks like it's going to fit on that die cut. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll use this again, and I'm going to use this for the globe. So pretty. Okay, give it a hug. Oh my goodness. I think I want to use the same stamp set for, the same sentiment for that. You make a difference. Yeah, I like this one. So we'll do this one for this image. They're so pretty, aren't they? Oh. I guess I need to go look again and see what colors are in this designer paper because I really want to make sure I get the green right. I think it's Parakeet Party. Let me just see. Huh, it doesn't say. All right, well, I have to get special with it. I was going to emboss it, but now I think it's nice, just like it is. Okay, so I need Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, and Orchid Opulence paper. Or is that, it's not Orchid Opulence, it's Orchid Oasis. So here's the blue. have a couple of cutoff pieces, which is nice, and then a piece or two of green. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks like the same green to me. So we did 5 1/4. Here, let's flip the thing this time so you guys can see the measurements. We did 5 1/5, so we're gonna go 5 1/8, and I'm gonna get my scoring blade out of the way so I can cut. So 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So I'm just going up 2 lines on the paper cutter here when I just to make a little border. And I want to use this for the designer paper with the green base. Seems like it fits there, doesn't it? And some glue. Dun, 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 dun. So pretty. If I ever do this and my measurements don't line up perfect, I just go back in with my trimmer and, like, honestly give it a little haircut, because I'd rather see it be perfect than deal with that little mess. So if your stuff isn't perfect, you can always give it a haircut before you stick it down, right? And then we'll put that on there. Ooh. I'm excited. So I have a little heavy-handedness going on. I'm actually excited to be taking a break because I've been doing taxes nonstop, and I deserve a break today. Okay, what do we want? Dimensionals here. For sure. And I do have a couple card bases already cut, so that saves us a second. That one's already got, like, that one's got a score mark in it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but how about if we turn that into a fun fold? So just because it's there on the fly. So it's going to be 80 degrees in Maine on Friday. I certainly hope that at the guest house they decide to do a cookout. 80 degrees, I just want to do hot dogs and hamburgers. And by the way, up there we're like less than a mile walk from the ocean. So if we come out and we take a left out of the parking lot, we can walk right to the ocean. And if we come out of the parking lot and we take a right, there's a whole bunch of places downtown where we can go have dinner or a beverage, but all the food is included this weekend, so I'll probably eat at the guest house. Awesomeness. Okay, so here is a card base that I scored in half. So this is scored at 4 1/4 and then at 2 1/8. And so I'm just gonna, I had a few left over after I was doing I did a fun folds for the retreat goodie bag. And so this can open like a Z, and I'm just gonna add my adhesive going here, and we'll attach that just to the left-hand side here, so that when our card opens, it opens like that. Something different, right? Okay, and then how about if we go in for, I got these little foo-foo things coming off my shirt. They're driving me bonkers. Brand new shirt, might hit the retirement pile. All right, I got 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 again. I do love this Orchid Oasis color. It really makes me happy. And the Tahitian Tide is pretty gorgeous itself. Let's see. So let's see if I actually cut my paper the same. Oh yeah, looks good this time. does happen. I'm gonna go a little lower with this one. Now it seems crooked. That's so bizarre. I just checked it, but I checked it up high, right? Down low, too slow. All right, so we'll just trim, trim, trim. So this has green and blue in the base. Tell me, would you rather have the Tahitian Tide base or the green base? So there's the green. And here is Tahitian Tide. You tell me what you think, and we will do it. Or we could go white again. Whoop. When that happens, I tend to pull the paper right up from the base when I'm pushing too hard with Seal Plus. I absolutely love it because it sticks and nothing ever falls off anymore. I used to have the snail stuff. I used to have my projects falling apart, but no more. So Michelle is saying green as a base. Do you guys agree? Do you think we should do green? Or do you think we should do blue? This is our image. So actually there's a green scrap. There's the blue and there's the green. You guys tell me what you think. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back of this. I just have one vote so far. Michelle wins with the green if you guys don't vote. And Debbie says blue. Cheryl says blue. Elaine says green. Brenda blue. Ann says blue. I think I have a few dimensionals on there now. I don't need to peel them all off. I'm just going to do the corners. But I do like quite a few dimensionals because then I don't have to worry about this stick. Oh, they are so pretty. And this is like such a great stamp set. I'm kind of sad it's a host set. So it is only available through the end of this month. But lucky for my club members who got right in, that is going to be part of their goodie bag for club this month. I had, like I said, I had 37 people to send a goodie bag to. They've been in club for 6 months, and I am very grateful. Let's see what we've got. It didn't feel like it scored, but I guess it did. All right, and then 5.5 at cut. You know, if you know me, then you know that I love to spoil. That's my favorite part of the job. Here we go. That's the blue. Wow. Stunning, huh? Now, so those of you who love matchy-matchy, yes or no, should I color the leaves with that green that's in the designer paper to bring it back in? So we'd have 2 blues, 2 orchids, you know what I mean? And then, or 3 blues, and then we'd have the little taste of color. You tell me, if you want me to color those, I'll go grab the marker that matches. I do, I like the blue too, I think. Hey, Arlena, good to see you. Hey, Jen. All right. So do we want to color the leaves in or do we want to leave them plain? So yes, need the green again. No, no, no. Nope. You guys are like the na 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 no no no. All right, so no green on this one. I heard you. Okay, cool. All right, so we got this one. And we have this one. And this one, it's funny because this one pulls in the green a little bit, right? And because we used the more wood-looking color, I think that these butterflies would be awfully cool as an embellishment for that. I'm digging these butterflies lately. So here, let's put a couple of butterflies. I'm using my Take Your Pick to pick them up, and they're gonna fly all around our little globe here. I got a big one down here. And then I'm going to do another bigger one. I need to forward this. So if you guys have a take your pick tool, you know the deal is you forward it just until you get a little bit to come up. And then once you get it sticky, then you back off so it doesn't keep coming out. And so now it's all sticky and it should pick up my butterfly better. And I'm gonna, it doesn't really, it kind of get lost if I put it there. So I'm gonna put it there. And then I want one little baby one. So 3. Like that. What do you think? This would be a good graduation card for my girl, huh? Can you believe she's gonna graduate? We just got the note of all the stuff. Actually, I think these might work with that too. I originally I thought no because I made the base smoky slate, but it actually might be a nice contrast. Let's see what we've got here. We got 1, 2. I'm digging them. How cute are they? Ugh. Oh my God. Yep. Money. So fun. Okay. So let's keep going. I don't know about you, but I'm going to procrastinate just a little bit longer on my taxes and hang out with you. If you don't mind. If you're here, I'll be here. How's that? My husband's like, I heard that. Let's take a sip of coffee. Ta-da. Oh my goodness gracious. Alrighty, so we're gonna go, how about if we go 5 by 3 3/4 again? This is a card base I'm just cutting up, so I'm gonna, I guess I could have used the other leftover piece, but whatever. This will be thick whisper white, or thick basic white. Old dog, new tricks. How long ago did they change the color? I'm gonna forever call, you know, Orchid Oasis instead of whatever it is now, right? Because, you know, that's how I learned it originally. Ooh, it looks like I have like lipstick on that or something. That's okay, we'll use the other side. All right, so what do you think of these guys? They look pretty cool, huh? We could, and we can use our skin tones too. I gotta go get more if we're gonna do that. I love it. So this is just, again, classic marker, and I did forget to rough it up. So when they come out of the package, they do have a little film on them. Today it has fuzz on them. You just never know in my studio. Come on. So hopefully this will stamp okay, even though I didn't condition it. And like I said, all I did before to condition was like rub it a little bit to make sure that it wasn't shiny anymore. And you can just, afterwards you clean it with the mist and scrub and you're good to go. The mist also conditions the red rubber. So I really prefer to clean my stamps with the red rubber with the mist and scrub because I know that it'll keep them soft and pliable when I go back to use them. It protects your investment, you know. So here we go. We got the people. Oh, do we want to go that way? I feel like we should. Ha. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back and look at the sentiments. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. How about something just as simple as you make a difference? So again, I can't tell you, these new markers, oh, they are money. I'm going to be using the classic markers a lot, I think. I want to put a heart up the top, so I'm going to stamp this off to the side. I'm going to make it kind of more like a collage. So let me grab an ink pad for that. I'm thinking, hey, look, it has the ink pad name on the front, so I can call it by its name, Orchid Oasis. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I like it. And Eilina, I also like to have the purple chamois when I go to events, or if I have like a class, I'll have it out on the table because it's so easy for people if they get ink on themselves to, I want to kind of overlap this. Do you think it's going to make a mess? Well, that's why we call it on the fly. We'll see. Oh, it's a little dark. I don't know if I love it. Okay, hang on. Oh, that's the lipstick side. Perfect. I'm going to go a shade down. Oh, yeah. See? I like that a lot better. It did pick up some of the black from the stamped image. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Hang on. So because I stamped it with classic ink, they do blend together more like a watercolor, right? It's not like stays on, but it's okay. Maybe we'll go like, there. Oh, it's crooked. Even better. That's okay. I like it better stamped off, though. That was way too dark. So I apologize, but here I go again. Like Sammy Hagar on my own, coloring all these people. All right. But it's such a great set. I'm so glad to be spending a little time being creative with you. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'll get there, I swear. I'm going as fast as I can. Dun, dun, dun. But that's the cool part about these markers. You can go on the side and like literally swipe, swipe. They don't have to be perfect. There we go. And dun, 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 dun. Love it. Oh, look at that one. He's got a scarf on, but what do I see? I see a graduation cord. It should be this color. Alexis is going to get a whole bunch of cords. She's National Honor Society. It's so exciting. Such a senior year of high school is such an exciting time for parents and for kids, and it's scary because they're going to go off to college, and she finally committed this week to a college for engineering. So I'm so happy and proud, all of that. Okay, so this is the darker orchid. Oh, nope, that's light starry sky. Doesn't matter. They're like a duo, and I'm going to use it like that to make her shirt a little darker. And then you take the blend and you blend it out again. So I won't leave it one color. I would blend it. So I started with the light, added the dark, and now I'm going to blend the dark into the light where all the dark stuff goes. Dun, dun, dun. Right out in the light is where it belongs. Okay. We get to use all the colors in this one, right? I think I need to look and see if I have anything that's like a blue jean color. Maybe blueberry bushel would be fun. That's a brand new color that's coming back. And it turns out I bought an ink pad and I already had two of them. Alexis and I both had ours, which is funny. So this person coordinates. They have the light Tahitian tide on the inside and the dark. It did bleed out a little, so I'll just do the dark as the coat. And hopefully there's a difference in the color. I would say there is, because like when we did the other card, there was a stark difference between the globe on the bottom than there was on the top. Balance, Montfrere, balance. Do we want, I don't think I want, well, I think we need that other green. The one that's in the designer paper. And blue jeans. So I got blue jeans here. That's Late Night of Navy. And that's Late Night of Navy. Apparently I really decided that was the color they needed to wear. So there's that parakeet party to pull in the other colors that we've been playing with, right? And that's the color in our designer paper. Notice I switched over to a classic marker and I'm doing okay. It's not as blendy, but it's good. Okay, so jeans. Wow. It almost looks like the same color as his shirt, but it's not. It's, oh, okay. It is coming out darker. This is light Night of Navy. Looks awful dark for being light, doesn't it? Let's go this one. We'll just mix it up, and we can bring in some of the grays for the other pants. Or we could do khakis. But I want to kind of save some of the skin tones for their skin. Here. So here's gray pants. Boy, that person has style, huh? And I don't want to make a pattern. I really want them to all be kind of different. So I'll do light gray on that. And then I think there's a dark gray marker over here somewhere. Whoop. Khaki. Khaki? All right, I'll do khaki. And we have one more shirt color. I don't want to bring in so many colors that it gets obnoxious, so I think I need to repeat one. We did 2 blues. We did this color, but now it's the same color as this. How about if I do a dark, I'll do the starry sky, like the light starry sky, because it's a darker version of that scarf that they're wearing, and then they can color coordinate because after all, they're wearing in colors. Did you know that Stampin' Up! Has they belong to an organization that they come out with in colors based on what's hot and trending in things like fashion and everything else. So let's do my husband's hair first. Gray, because I made him that way. Oh, that's funny. He's the one with the khakis. And then somebody else has brown hair. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna need some more skin tones. Hang on, I'll be right back. I should have just brought all the markers. Let's see. Okay. So, here we go. This one is like me. And I kind of like her shirt, so we'll do that. She can be me. And then, oh, it did move the black a little, and that's because I inked up with a classic marker, and this is a classic marker. Haha. So they don't blend well together, apparently. We don't want to blend them. I just wanted to color it in. This one is 600. It's a little bit lighter, but that makes a good combination. And then let's have dark. So this is the darkest one. This is 100. And maybe I'll do black hair there, like dark black, like the marker. Love it, love it. And then how about pink? And then maybe blondie. And blondie can have a tan maybe. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that's fun. I'm getting down with my bad self. I'm having fun here. All right, so that's cool. Now, what did I say about smoky slate? If we want to make them look like they're standing on the ground, what can we do? We can add a bit of a shadow and use the thin side of the marker here to make a shadow like that. And just whatever side you start on, that's where you stay. So there's your shadow. There's that art degree coming into play. I went to the Art Institute in Boston, and then I went to ULowell. Oh, so cool. Here, like a little under there, a little under here, shadow, shadow, shadow. Cool. So now they look like they're actually standing there. And if you wanted to, you could make a horizon line, you know, but I think he's good. And then you make a difference. Here, let me move that ink pad. Accident waiting to happen here. So anybody remember the measurement? My original card was 5 by 3 3/4. I'll take a sip of coffee while I wait. Hey Peggy, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello. 5 1/8. We got a hangnail. I went too long getting my nails done. I gotta call my girl. But taxes need to happen first. The only thing I could take a break for was this, Facebook Live. Sounds like a legitimate reason to take a break, right? So here we go. You make a difference. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I mean, yo. Oh, see, there I go getting excited again. So it's really about lightening up your hand, but I'm too excited to lighten my hand, what can I say? So we definitely should stamp off with the orchid color, because if we didn't, it would have come out like that, and it would have made our sentiment kind of muddy, right? And we did have this card base hanging out. What do you think? Oh yeah, that brings it all back in. Loving it. Okay, so that's card number 3. You want to make one more? I kind of have an idea floating around in my head with that heart again. Okay, so let's do one more. So that's just all on the fly, right? So we did the fun fold with the butterflies. Oh, should we put some butterflies there? I think it needs butterflies. I wasn't sure about these, and now that I'm playing with them, man, woo, I did lose my take your pick. Oh, there it is. I prefer to pick up with that. So how about like, I think I want to put 5, because there's 5 people. There's 1 heart. We can, ooh, I dropped it. We can make them go all different directions. When you know, you go to the butterfly garden, I love taking kids to go to do kid things, right? We took Alexis to the butterfly garden, and she was like a ninja, afraid of the butterflies. So whenever I see butterflies, it makes me giggle a little bit, like she's gonna attack. I think that might be too many. I was having fun here. Let's take one. Yeah, I think it's too many. I think 3 is good. And I think I want to move that over more. And maybe we'll... There we go. I think that's enough. I was having fun. What can I say? All right. Let me get those out of the way. And we'll go in one more time with our trimmer, and we'll go back. I like that measurement. We'll just do the 5 by 3 3/4. I use that a lot. It's an easy measurement. Card making does not need to be difficult, right? Oh. Brenda said that our children have turned into butterflies and gone off on their own. Et tu. Et tu. So, my poor girl, she's actually not a poor girl. She's extremely talented and smart and funny, and moreover, she's kind. If you could be anything in this world, imagine just having somebody to say that you're kind. Well, that's her. She's just kind. Okay, so how about a real simple one? We could even maybe, well, I don't want to stamp off after that. Let's stamp off over here. Ink up, stamp off, and then overlap. Because if you stamp off the paper, there's always going to be a weird funky mark on your stuff. So we can do a couple of stamped off ones and then a full solid one. And of course, it needs Wink Stella. Make sure that I got no more. I was playing with this yesterday for something else, so I want to make sure it didn't have the other color on there. Dun, dun, dun. Gotta put some sparkle on there. Ugh, that color is just... All right, I don't know if you're seeing this in the camera, but holy smokes, ready? I just need to make sure... Oh, there it is. You can see a little bit. Oh, happiness. Okay, and then there's another sentiment in here. I think we used every... we did this one. We did this one. We did all three of these. So I want to do kindness changes the world one heart at a time. And like I said, that's my girl. She is kind to everybody. She's even kind sometimes when people aren't kind to her, which is notable. I'm very lucky. And she always takes that as a root of, you know, when in doubt, just be kind, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Here we go. So, bum, bum, bum. See, I'm glad I stamped off there, because then this would have been a little bit too dark when it came to the heart. Definitely. And maybe we'll go, interesting. Maybe we'll do something different with this one. I don't know if I have enough room on my paper, but we'll see. If we did it like this, maybe we could scooch the, I don't like the way that came out though. Here, I'm gonna try it again. Thank God for both sides, right? I'm gonna go right to the edge of that 5-inch mark on both sides to try and make it so that I can fit the sentiment in the middle. So on this one, I'm gonna do an orchid layer right behind it. Do you think we should do a white base, or what do you think we should do for that? Should we incorporate another color? Should we go for the black? Maybe we could make the orchid the base color and put a black layer in between them. You guys want to do that? Let me know what you think, and we'll get there. Hey, Bonnie. Well, you'll have to watch the replay. I was talking about you early on. All good things. I hope that your appointment went well, and I hope that you're feeling better. She had a bellyache this morning, so. Funny how we're all linked together. All right, so yep, sparkle, I agree. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And I do like that layout. That's pretty cool, huh? So should I go this color and then do a white base, or should I put black under here and use that for a base? You guys tell me. Orchid base with black in between, Bonnie says. So black layer on orchid, yes. Is there something in the host pack? Oh, you mean a designer paper? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see. They're awful busy, but you know, one thing I do like about busy designer paper is, ooh, look at. I'll tell you what, she's got an eye, that Brenda. All right, so we'll do that. Let's cut a 1/2-inch strip off. and then we can put that at the bottom. That's a good idea. Smart cookie, my girl. All right, so we can put it like there. That's pretty. And because it's hanging off and I don't feel like measuring again, I'm just going to glue it down. And then when it sets up, I'll trim it. Oh, that's funny. All right, and I'm going to go grab some ribbon, I think. Because I'm looking at it and it's driving me bonkers. Like, I see my favorite ribbon. You know, most people fall in love from across the room. I fall in love from across the room with ribbon. You know, it's a thing. All right. Scissors. That would be a good trick. I got so much stuff on my table. What a mess. Oh, it's fun. That's how you know you're doing it right, when you can't find the table when you're done. All right, I'm going to get a pair of scissors off the shelf then. Sorry to make you wait. At least I'm getting my steps in, right? So I did have some scraps in my orchid. I wonder, I bet you these are card bases. Let me see. We'll just do a quick measure on them and make sure that they're 4 1/4. They look it. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. So that's kind of nice. It cleans up a little bit of scraps in my bin. Although it's funny, my score blade doesn't seem to be like sitting flat. I a lot of times don't use my score blade. I wonder if it's in there right. Like I use my big scoreboard most of the time because I'm usually making cards by the hundreds. But yeah, just I feel like this one could be scoring better. I'll have to take it off and adjust. Okay, so there's that, and then I need a piece of black. I have a black base here. Oh, that's scored in half. Here, this one ought to do it. So we'll bring that back in, and we'll do enough for both cards, 5 1/8, hopefully. Or do we want to go bigger? Let me see. Yeah, no, 5 1/8, because it's black. It's such a dark color. 5 1/8. It looks like we're there. 3 7/8. Give that score a little push out of the way. 3 7/8. Okie doke. So let's see what we have here. Oops. I just launched one of them in the trash. Perfect. It's pretty, but it's awful dark. I just want to know, I'm just curious, if it would... I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, should we stick to the black? Okay. I guess we can stick to the black here. I feel like I want to add something to it. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to run a ribbon all the way around it. Maybe I just want to tack a ribbon. So like a big loopy one. I usually do little bows. I'm feeling like a big bow. like a bridesmaid bum bow. You know what I'm talking about, those dresses. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. All right, so that's definite. I like that. A nice big bow. And it's a miracle I can find my glue dots. My daughter made me this. It's a holder for my tools. And like my tape runner fits in there. She made it on her 3D printer, which, by the way, broke last night. So we have to do some replacement part action on that. But that's cute. I had, oh yeah, I did. I had some dots hanging around from retreat. I'm here for your entertainment, Bon. Oh, that's funny. Can I say? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so how about a few dots? Like, and I like that they're black because it brings that color back in again. Whoop. There, I lost my putty. Just got it right too. Shucks. Okay. So now, I don't know, is it gonna still be too dark? No. I kind of want to see it on a white base. Hang on. I think I had another one of those double folded ones too. Oh yeah, I do. Here. So what do you think of it on the white? So you tell me, the white or the blue, the white or the orchid, and I'll give you guys a second to vote. And while you guys are doing that, I'll get going on the other one, and we can wrap this up so I can get back to work. Cause yes, I am procrastinating. Here we go. Ta-da. Oh yeah, and it helps if you put the tools back where they go. So my take your pick tool goes in here. I got a letter opener, I got Wink Estella, I got my dimensional. So as long as everything goes back where it's supposed to go, it fits perfect. And then it's easy to go from, you know, my studio to class when I go see my friends. Everybody likes the orchid, okay. It just looks dark to me, like. So here's the black on that one. I love this because you guys can tell me what to do. It's like, you know, you ever like struggle with what's for supper? I don't know. What would you like for supper? Well, I don't know. Do you want to go out? Yeah, let's just go out. Well, okay, where do you want to go? So pick a place and I will pick something off the menu, but don't make me make another decision today. I love it when you guys tell me what to do, so that makes me happy. It's so funny. All right, so we've got this one and another card base. Do we want to put a ribbon around, or do we want to just like tie another freestanding bow? I got a freestander right here. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum. I could put a little one in the middle. Ooh, little bows. Then, you know, I'm back to myself when I'm making little bows again. I like little bows usually. People are like, I don't know how you tied it so small. Well, I tied a big bow and then I made it small. There's our trick, right? I don't want to make one more decision today if I can help it. Just bring me dinner. Actually, honey, I would like steak tips from Village Inn for dinner. with a side salad and Italian dressing. How's that? We'll just put it on order and we can go pick it up because I still have to work tonight and do math and stuff. Ta-da. Okay. Is it? It's still too, yeah. Yeah. I don't like the bow at all. Talk to me. What does it need? You like it the way it is. It's beautiful. Really? Math, right? Well, I started talking about math and all of a sudden my creative brain started to waver. Did you see it happening? Live here, here on Facebook. Watch my creativity go down the tubes. I can edit my words at the same time. Dun-dun. All right, here we go. That's not too bad. How about some more black dots? Do we need black dots? Orchid dots and ribbon. Yep. Orchid dots. I don't know if I have any hanging out. I'm sorry. I do have black dots because I was working with them for a retreat this weekend. My colors for the retreat goodie bag are black, red, and white. And man, I had fun with it. The theme was at the casino, but the cards are definitely not casino-esque. They're fun. Ow, ow, ow. I snipped my finger in my... Grr. Okay, let's see. Somebody said math. Now I can't do anything. Oh, that's right. It was me. I said math. This looks like a ladybug. Try and pick it up. And what did I... That's what the problem is. I need my pick tool. I can't do anything without this. I'm all thumbs. Okay. All right. Let's move that over a little. That's the hardest part. Like where to put you. Okay. Now if only we could wink the matte dots, but it would come right off. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. We made quite a few cards. You want to take a look at them all? So we did this one and this one. We used every stamp in the set. And if you're in my stamp club, guess what? It's part of your goodie bag this month. Then this one we made with the butterflies. So you're going to get the stamp set automatically for being part of club, and thank you for that, by the way. And every great dream begins with a dreamer, and that's just a little fun fold. It's easy. You just scored it 2 1/8 and boop, you have a fun fold. And then I have another one under here somewhere. Oh yeah. You make a difference, and you do. You make a difference to me. Thanks for being here. I absolutely appreciate all of you, and thank you very much. And I will be back here next Tuesday with, maybe we'll do a recap on what we did at retreat. So very grateful. Here, let me flip the camera. I put the camera in the other side, so I'm used to looking on this side, and then when I put it in my hook, it was like side saddle a little. So hopefully everything is good. But we made quite a few cards. Yeah, I'll get them posted this week, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you all. Have a great day.